Hi, everybody. We're Barely Political. How you doing? Yay!
Yay!
Thank you for coming.
We've got a wonderful... Okay. Yeah, we also do The Key of Awesome is our big popular series where we make fun of your boy bands.
And our terrible pop stars.
And our terrible bands. We basically don't like a lot of music, and we make fun of it. We're just old, angry people. Does anybody have a question?
Do we have a tech person with the
is there a tech?
There he is. Go for it.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Hiya.
Hi.
Considering that I normally hear your version of the songs before the original, how long does it actually take for you to come up with and then film your Key of Awesomes?
That's a good question. We try to be as timely as we possibly can because, things sort of... I'm still a little freaked out about the situation here. It's like such an unnecessarily huge room. I think the quickest we've ever turned something around is in a week. But usually from starting on something in earnest to sort of finishing, it tends to be about 2 to 3 weeks. But the good thing about a lot of music as opposed to other pop culture memes is that they will last a little bit longer. So if you got some time, certain songs will become classics. Like Adele's "Rolling in the Deep" lasted for a long time because it was just such a good song. So we were a little late on that one. It felt like originally, but actually it was fine because they just kept playing it. I think Timber, the Pitbull Kesha song, was around for a while, and then it just kind of stuck around. So we had more time. So it's sometimes you'll predict that something's going to be a big hit, and then it kind of falls apart, and we have this parody of this song that didn't do well. But usually we're pretty good.
So the answer is 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, I like to talk, so
Let's get another question.
You raised your hand first. The young
bandana?
lady with the thing on her head.
Is Jan going to be here later?
Oh no.
John
No.
was not available to travel because he's in high school,
It's
college, as you would say.
Yeah, we're just the old men behind the curtain that write the stuff. No, he's not
I will
going to be
make
here.
sure I tell him that you said hi.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him right now.
Good answer. Question. How about over there?
Firstly, can you just say hi to my best friend Kate who couldn't be here?
Can you repeat that?
Can you say hi to my friend Kate who couldn't be here today?
Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Kate.
Kate.
Thank you.
Sorry you couldn't be here.
Why aren't you here, Kate?
She's poor.
You say she's poor?
She hates me though, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Kate.
So,
We'll send you some money.
She said, what's the most challenging parody you've ever done?
Most challenging parody?
Yeah, that didn't make sense, I'm sorry.
I don't know. They're all pretty hard. They get.
Well, we hate the songs a lot of the time, so we have to, just listening to it a million times is the hardest part, and that means the worst song.
You know what? I would say they all become difficult after you do one. Say the first One Direction parody, it was like, oh, these guys are brand new. I've got so much to say about them. We've never actually parodied a boy band, so I can make fun of boy bands in general. And then when you get to the fifth or sixth One Direction parody in, you start running out of things to say about them. And so I think some of the later One Direction ones, the best song ever, and the one, what's the what's that one called?
Oh, Kiss You.
Kiss You.
Yeah, you
I
guys
remember
know
that
it.
one was very difficult. I was like, I can't, I hate it.
I think the hardest ones are probably the ones that didn't come out because we just quit on them.
Yeah, we had Bruno Mars. What was that song called?
Yeah, Bruno Mars,
Locked Out of Heaven.
Locked Out of Heaven. We actually quit on because we had a really funny idea for it, but then there was all these really long spaces in between the lyrics. So it was like, how does it go?
Just like that.
Pause.
Yeah, so we have to be as long as there's jokes.
Yeah, so
If
when
there's
you
no
have
lyrics, there's no jokes.
when you have those big pauses to fill, sometimes it's like, okay, the whole thing dies. So we actually bailed on that one,
Yeah.
sadly.
Good question. Let's get another one. How about over there?
Do you get a lot of hate from like young fangirls when you parody?
Hate
Wonder
from-
A lot of hate?
From yeah.
I mean, we're on YouTube, so I think everyone on YouTube gets a lot of hate from whoever. So
Right,
I think that's just part of life nowadays.
It's a hate-filled medium.
But we don't like go and click on their username and see how old they are. So I don't know if they're young or old, but
I think our last we just did an Ariana Grande parody. And
Is she big out here? Do you guys like Ariana Grande?
Yeah, their fans
I
don't
heard
like us.
no over here though.
But yeah, they were really upset. I think she's got a lot of really young fans, and I think she's been around for a really long time, and she's sort of this beloved TV star in the States. So I think there was a certain like line that I think, imaginary line that I feel like we crossed. You don't make fun of her; she's precious. So yeah, we do get some hate. But I was saying yesterday in one of our panels, I think if you're kind of pissing off one person, you're probably making someone else laugh really hard. So I think, we try to sort of not pull any punches, but not do anything that's unnecessarily mean. If we have a true observation about somebody, we're not going to pull any punches, but we're not just going to like crap on them for crapping on them's sake.
yeah, we try to just be mean. We try to be funny first, and if it happens to be mean or nice.
Yeah.
Good question.
I saw a hand. This young lady right here.
How about right
with
here?
The bracelet.
Bracelets.
Up. The bracelet's up.
Yeah, that's you. Yes.
And then give it to the girl behind her when you're done.
When you're done. You can go first.
Yeah.
As barelypolitical, what's your favorite sketch to shoot out of all of them?
Sketch. I'm a big fan of anything involving puppets, but
We love
Yeah.
puppets.
I really like to do fake commercials myself because I have a degree in advertising, which I never used. Just went into comedy, and so I have.
to sell fake products.
I love to sell fake products. Yeah.
You got a fake Obi or whatever the advertising word is.
Yeah, I have a fake.
Fake Clio.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Dixielant.
Dixieland. Yeah. Which
Yeah. What else?
I like your goggles, by the way. Those are pretty post-apocalyptic.
Did you come from the future?
Okay.
Good question. How about the young lady behind you who had the question? Yeah.
How do you decide what song you're going to parody? And why am I all echoing?
Someone is warming up.
When
and
somebody
we can hear
starts
you.
singing in the middle of our Q&A, I usually think, well, that's probably
It's
a
a
popular
Q
song.
and A and song. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
How do you decide what song you're going to parody?
If it's huge.
Yeah, sometimes we look at what they actually did in their video, and if it looks like, oh, that's too many locations, too many, actors, it's too, like Katy Perry in the jungle, whatever. So if it's
Yeah.
like Ariana Grande on a stage, that we can recreate easily, and so sometimes it's that. Obviously, we look at the numbers and how fast it's climbing, and how, if the person has like a thing you could kind of, that is annoying, that you can be like, okay, we need to point that out.
I feel like Katy Perry lately is trying to make herself parody-proof, because a lot of her videos are really goofy and silly, and I'm like, I don't even know what I would do with that. She did this birthday thing, and I was like, she was just doing different characters, and I was like, I've got nothing. So she must be trying to dodge us a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's basically, if it's a big, huge hit, we kind of go for it. But we're just trying to be relevant and trying to talk about what everybody's talking about. So a lot of times people will ask us to parody these obscure things from the 80s, and we're like, well, there's really no point.
Yeah.
And those old bands will sue you.
Yeah, the young bands don't care. Another question?
This girl's had her hand up for a
Which
while.
one?
All the way over there.
All the way at the end? Doug said she's had her hand up for a while.
Oh, okay. Oh, I met her.
We know you.
How long does it take you to get all the makeup and everyone ready and looking the part? For each video?
Get makeup and stuff ready?
That depends. Like when we did the Ariana Grande parody, we had to figure out how to get Iggy Azalea's hair like that, because it's all piled up, and that took 2 wigs, a bunch of extensions. I think it took about an hour and a half. So it depends what we're doing.
Sometimes you have to-
Todd getting into Pitbull makeup, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I just shave this dumb-looking goatee, and then somebody colors it in.
Yeah.
And then all right, you're ready.
Yeah, I mean, we have I mean, as we've grown, we've gotten some talented makeup people that we've been able to bring on. And, you know, when we were first doing it, sometimes I'd be doing makeup. Like, I remember doing Lady Gaga's makeup, and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna keep painting on your face.
I think Mark did his own Adam Lambert makeup.
Yeah, I usually end up, whenever I play the Joker, I usually do my own makeup, but that's pretty easy. It's very smeared. But
I had no idea you're so talented.
Yeah.
Versatile.
But, yeah, it can take a while.
Yeah. Who else? Where's the guy? How about that young lady right there?
Yeah.
How many people does it take to build a parody?
That sounds like the beginning of a joke.
Yeah. I think, well, I mean, we've sort of grown. We sort of have a full-size crew now because our production value we're trying to increase just because everything on YouTube just is looking bigger and more professional. I mean, it used to be just me, a guy to hit playback, and a guy holding a camera, and you know, a couple of our early things were shot in our apartment, but now we have like, I don't know, at least like 10 people doing stuff.
Yeah, I would say at least 10, not including like cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 to 10.
We try to have at least one professional in each department.
Yeah.
You know, a lighting guy who knows what he's doing. Director of photography, director. Try to have good actors.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, it can be pretty small though for certain things.
Yeah.
But we're sick of, you know. We're not kids anymore. We want to do this for real.
I'm a kid. I'm still a kid. How about another one? How about this young man right behind you? Sorry, I can't see very well. Sorry.
What parody did you enjoy making most?
Or have you so far?
We did one a couple years ago. My favorite was we did one. Walk Off the Earth did that Gautier song where they did the one guitar thing, and then we thought of it really quickly. And it was so easy to shoot, so we just did a parody of that cover. That was my favorite one to do, because it was just like all in one place, one take, and it was just like, you just kind of had to make it really funny, without any tricks, just the words had to be really funny, you know? Yeah,
there's something about when you do, every once in a while, doing a one-take video that there's like it feels like, you know, you're in the theater, or it's just kind of ends up being this all for one for all kind of vibe to it, and it's really fun to it's a fun challenge. And then the great thing is like, okay, take number 3 was good. The video's done.
Yeah. Basically, the less amount of work we have to put in. Those are my favorite ones.
Well, you got to put in a lot of work on the writing, though. But that was definitely one of my favorites. I actually really liked and I'm not just saying this because I'm in the UK, but I really enjoyed the first One Direction parody that we did. We were just on the beach, and we kind of randomly threw those guys together. We were like, John kind of looks like the blonde one. Let's get Monroe. He's actually English.
He's the only English guy we actually have in our cast.
One real English person.
And we just threw them together, and they just all got along really well and started acting like a boy band and like just leapfrogging and just doing. They just had this fun like chemistry, and it was great to just sit back and watch it and just tell them to do stuff all day. That was a really fun one.
Mark likes directing boy bands.
I do. I'm not ashamed of it.
No, I agree, because by the second one, when we did one thing, we realized, like, these guys are just really funny together, like, just hanging out. They were just making us laugh so much, so it was an enjoyable atmosphere.
Yeah,
really
they
goofy.
get into it.
They do.
They really want to be boy bands. How about this young lady over here? She's got a thing on her wrist.
She's got a thing
What's your favorite thing about being on YouTube?
My favorite is, like, if you have a funny idea over the weekend when you're having beers with your friend or whatever, then you can just write it down, and then you're working on it the next week, and then it's a thing. You know, we have friends that write for TV, and a lot of their work just goes straight into the trash can.
Yeah.
You know?
We don't really have any gatekeepers. The only real gatekeepers are you guys, and and you know what you tell us you want, and. Yeah, it is kind of there's such especially like when you go to LA, there's this kind of, everybody's talking about doing something and planning it and pitching, and there's all these gatekeepers that they have to go through to sort of approve of their thing before it even starts. And we just kind of, like what he said, we can have an idea today, and as soon as we get back, start making it, and then it's out like the week after. The sort of instant creativity that comes with it. And I just sort of love doing all these things. I love making people laugh. I love playing music. I love doing silly voices, and it's almost like YouTube just happens to be the place where I get to do that. We got the light.
Let's take one more. Let's take one more question. How about Barely Magic over there? This kid in the purple shirt.
Oh yeah, I like this guy.
What job would you do if you weren't on YouTube? What would you like to do?
So you're saying when you get fired,
yeah,
what will you do with your life? Professional stripper? I don't know. What kind of question is that? Nathan?
Magician.
This dude's a magician. Ask him to do a card trick for you on the way out. He's over there. Make him do it.
He's pretty incredible.
Let's take one more. We didn't do a good answer.
I don't really know what I would do, actually. I don't have
no
a backup
idea. That's a scary
plan.
question. Let's do one more over here.
This girl's really excited.
This better be a good question.
Like, what's your favorite color? I'm dying to know.
Just to say, I'm a really big fan. I've been watching you since I was 11, and yeah, I've always wanted to meet you. Question: where's your favorite place to brainstorm? Like, do you do it in a shower, on the train?
I think there is no real. I almost feel like when you kind of sit, I think if sometimes we'll sit down and try to come up with stuff, and it's a little too like. It can get a little sterile, and then it's when you're leaving or when you're on your commute or when you're going down to lunch and you're not thinking about it, suddenly it's like bam, 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 these ideas will come. So I think you sort of almost have to vary it up and not be precious about one space. I mean, it's good to have a workspace, but I think they just sort of come when they come, and you got to just scribble them down or record them in your iPhone, whatever, as soon as it happens.
We have this conference room that has no windows, and I hate it in there. So, but what I do is like, I feel like when everybody is in a good mood, in a funny mood, if we're just all kind of being funny that day, I like the time, no matter where it is, the time that we're all, like the vibes. If the vibes are good, that's my favorite time to do it, personally.
Yeah, it's almost good to go and hang out as friends sometimes, which we forget to do. And then that's when because that's how Todd and I started writing together. We would just hang out after comedy shows, and we would always just come up with stupid shit, and we would end up making sketches out of them. This is before YouTube. We're old.
I think they're pulling us off, but we're doing a show here later at what?
I see you, Oreos. I will find you.
Yeah, 6:30 we're doing a show.
6:30 we're doing a show here, so maybe we'll see you guys there, and we'll be around if you guys want to say hello.
Yeah, just come
up
to us and ask us whatever.
Yeah, we're chill. So thanks a lot, you guys. We really appreciate it. Have a good one.
Find you.
Bye-bye.